Our Someone to Know this week is a professional mason.
The stonework installed with his company can be seen just about everywhere in our region, and one of his most recent creations was built with a very special person in mind. Meet Paul Holloway.
And it's probably 700,000 pounds of stone.
700,000 pounds of stone, very carefully chosen.
I've been collecting stone from a quarry for 3 years.
Paul Holloway needed all that stone because 15 years ago he promised his little girl he would build her an arch.
She said, "Can you build an arch?" And she's tiny in the seat of the truck. I'm like, what? You know, it'd have to be big enough for a concrete truck to go under it. I mean, you're crazy.
5-year-old Claire was insistent. And now, in the year 2020, the completed arch looms large in a rural area of Mound, Nevada, with plenty of space for anything to pass under it. No mortar, no concrete, just gravity.
Between the two skew backs is over 46,000 pounds of stone that fit, and gravity kind of keeps it all rolling.
And in a nod to the rich history of masonry and the cathedrals of Europe, Paul branded the structure
Notre Dame de Misericorde, Our Lady of Forgiveness.
But really, it's known as Claire's Arch. And ironically, Claire herself has not seen the completed version in person, as she recently enlisted in the Army National Guard.
She just finished basic training, and now she's in AIT in Georgia.
And although he built it for his daughter, Paul gives all the credit to his staff.
The men are what built that arch. I didn't build that arch.
Holloway says from designing the mock-up that sits in front of the office at Northeast Masonry to the completed creation, it took tremendous teamwork.
Bunch of hard-working, talented folks. Very skilled craftsmen.
Now in his early 60s, Paul says he'd like to further train his men in the physics and chemistry vital to the honored trade of masonry.
That's all I'm around for right now. When that's complete, I'm right as rain.
Now, Paul was too humble to really talk about this on camera, but one of the big reasons the arch got completed when it did was to keep his men working during the pandemic shutdowns. To learn more about Northeast Masonry, check out the online version of this story for a link. With Someone to Know, Andi Guevara for 2 News.